This one right here is a little emotional for me. This is a subject that really tugs at my heart, especially once I became a parent. I had one of those moments this morning where God revealed to me just how much He loves for us and how He truly feels for us. But He did it in a movie. I don't know the name of the movie. I wish I had the name offhand so I could tell you exactly what the movie is. But I'm addicted to YouTube shorts, and this is one of those little short movie clips. But it's Tommy Lee Jones is an older father, and his son kind of gets involved in the drug life, street life, or whatever, and he owes some people a bunch of money. And Tommy Lee Jones goes into the store, this little cafe, to go settle the debt with the drug dealer for his son. But the drug dealer tells him, no, didn't do this. And eventually the drug dealer starts getting arrogant and everything. And Tommy Lee Jones realizes there's no easy way out of this. The only way out of it is death. And so Tommy Lee Jones ends up killing the three dudes. And his son walks in. And his son looks at him and says, "Pop, what did you do?" And Tommy Lee Jones looks down at his son and it says, "One day I hope you get the opportunity to have a son so that you can understand what I feel. That moment when you look at this child and you know unequivocally there's nothing you won't do for this child. You'll die for this child. You'll kill to protect this child." Now, I know for some of you it's harsh to believe God and that I'm even equating God to that. But make no mistake about it, that is exactly how God feels about you. Now, God's not arbitrary. He's not just running off randomly killing people, but to protect his children. He will give those who try to hurt his children exactly what they deserve. See, God isn't just telling in the Old Testament, I know God's a monster. He wasn't just telling those people to go kill certain people. He was giving those people exactly what they deserved to protect his children. He loves you so much that he will go to the nth degree to protect his children. And make no mistake about it, he sees every last one of us as his children. Man, this touched my heart so much because I know, man, as soon as I say this, there's going to be some people who's going to immediately rebel when I talk about this. But it has to be said because it may be just one person, even if it's just one person who hears what I said and they understand and they relate to it. But I have to say this. When I watch gay pride parades, there's a point that I feel like so many of those people are missing. Hear me when I say this. Listen to me, please. Don't check out if you're an LGBTQ member. I just want you to hear this for a moment. Please don't get defensive. Don't get rebellious. Listen to me out. Every last one of us, if you are alive today, if you are a human being alive today, you are a product of the origin. Now here, for this one moment, I'm getting ready to pull God out of the equation. And I'm going to say, whether you're an atheist, whether you're a Christian, whatever you believe, there is an undeniable fact that life only originated from an origin. Whether that's single cell organism that split and then decided it loved the other one across the way and they made it together and then started splitting and divided, regardless how that happened. Every single human being is a product of the origin, and your blood has survived for thousands of years. People have had to endure hard trials and tribulations, wars and famines and diseases. I read the story of Moses, and they were killing babies, and yet a mother had to hide a baby in a basket to save that baby just to give their bloodline a chance to continue on. We read about the Holocaust and all of these traumatic events, and people were stashing and storing their babies just to give their bloodline an opportunity to carry on. People have died and persevered hardships and wars and everything, all looking at their children saying, "Please, God, give my child an opportunity to carry on so that they can continue this life." And when I see a gay pride parade, I see literally thousands of people who have said, I don't care what my family has had to endure to get me to this point. I'm willing to throw it all away right now just to live how I want to live. See, if I was to go to any one of those people individually and I was to say, your family is worthless and they deserve to die. Your family should be eradicated from the face of the earth with no evidence that your family has ever existed. People would be appalled. They would be see, how could you ever say something that wicked? See, that's that. You just like Hitler. You just like that. But you're willing to do the same thing. And you like it. And you love it. Regardless how you feel about the what, when, and how, the end result is you're willing to do the same thing to your bloodline. You're willing to you're willing to discredit everything that your family, to just wipe it off, to just erase it as if your family has never had to fight. So many of those people who are walking in those parades, their parents is at home crying, looking, knowing that that's the end. That's the end. There's not going to be another them. There's not going to be another one of their family members who's going to carry on. There will be no more children to be able to look at and to feel that love and that preciousness. Those just throwing it away for a fleeting moment. To be able to kiss a girl and like it, and then you won't even be with that girl a week later. To kiss a man and you like it, and you won't even be with that person a week later. To throw your life away for this sexual freedom and this, oh my God, this rebellious spirit, but you are destroying your family. You are destroying your blood. I heard this one young lady on one of those people who go to colleges and debate. And she said, I'm ending my bloodline. And my heart was broken because all of the thousands of people who have had to fight and hurt and persevere to give her a chance. And she's willing to just throw it away in that moment. I don't care about none of that. I'm just going to be free and I'm going to live how I want to live. And I don't care what my family has had to endure to get me here. Man, that breaks my heart. We have gotten so addicted to this flesh and our own personal gratifications, not realizing that God, everything that you're rebelling against, God created a way for you to have that and still be able to produce. He created a way for you to have as much. I love, what was his name? Starbuck, Dallas Cowboy, Roger Starbuck. And he said, man, I like women just as much as the next person. As a matter of fact, I'm more addicted to sex more than half the people is. But I get to have it with the freedom of my wife. God created the ability for you to find that person who will be able to gratify you, who will be able to love you, who will be able to make you feel liberated and free in the boundaries and the confines of a relationship that is productive. I believe half the reason why our society is so jacked up right now is because we keep having to start over. Because every generation you're not mating for the purposes of productivity and to be able to love. You're mating for lust. So you're not creating children in an environment where they're loved and they're cultivated and they're nurtured and they have the ability to use their brains to figure out all kind of stuff. They just get addicted to lust and gratification too. And all those wasted minds with all that potential to be able to create things that will make so much of a difference in this world. And we sacrificing it for lust. We're sacrificing it for immediate gratification. But God looks at his children and says, I love you. I love you so much, I will die for you. And we don't care. We don't care. As a matter of fact, I've heard so many people say, I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask to be here. If you could only give God a chance to show you how much he loves you. If you would only be willing to put that stuff aside just to see. You never even gave God an opportunity to show you what he could do for you. He created the universe with a word. Took no effort whatsoever for God to create the whole universe. And yet you think it's so difficult for him to create a life for you that you will love. but you never even gave him a chance. You never even considered that God's plans for your life was better than anything you could have imagined and done for yourself. I beg you, don't throw it away. Don't throw it away. Give God an opportunity. Give him a chance to show you the plans that he has for you, plans to give you a hope in the future. Give him a chance to show you that he can create a life for you that's far above anything you could have ever hoped for, imagined. Give him an opportunity to show you that he can gratify your flesh, and he can do it within the confines and the boundaries of somebody who's going to love and value and cherish and sacrifice and care for you. Give him an opportunity to show you that. Please, just give him a chance. All right, y'all. That's my 2 cents on the two-piece. Y'all be blessed.
Now you're locked in.